Hello, this is Matthew Burndies, and I'm doing a player development project for Dan Bailey.
My name's Dan Bailey. My goal in tennis is to be a bit more consistent than I am now. And I'm working on forehand at the minute, in the backhand, just keeping the ball in.
Thank you very much. Observing and analysing. This is my match charting for the set with Dan and Tom. Dan starts really strong, going 2-0 up, making some good aces in his serve. Then he unfortunately drops off, loses the next two, so it kind of levels out. Mainly making mistakes in backhand, neutral rallies, and making mistakes on forehand attacks where he can create more chances of winning the point, but unfortunately makes mistakes. Scoreboard pressure takes on. Luke then goes 2-3 down, then he pulls it back to 3-all. It carries on. It goes back to 4-all, and then unfortunately he loses the next two games and loses 6-4. He kind of loses a lot of his points on situations where he can attack, but he either hits long and makes a mistake, and we can learn to capitalise on that shorter ball, and we're going to look really positive to in the next match to get the win. So this point stood out to me. It was Dan serving. He receives the shorter ball where he can look to take advantage, but he almost does a little chip shot, and then he finds himself in big trouble. And then Tom was just allowed to smash away the point. I put this point in because it was rally where Dan wasn't really under any pressure, and I felt like he wasn't really hitting through the ball. So I wanted him to look at this point, and when we look to play tennis, try and keep both feet to the ground and really drive through on the shot. And I want him to be like more positive and more energetic in his tennis. This point is the point where you want to look to work on his defensive backhand. He almost doesn't really have any tactics on his backhand. He's just kind of swiping at it and hoping for the best. So we're going to look at this defensive backhand and work on it. Some extra max charting of the first set. Strengths we found with Dan were a defensive forehand lob, forehand volley, keeping a good racket prep. Weaknesses were the forehand on a shorter ball looking to attack. There was no follow through with the racket. Also, on his backhand, the backhand was breaking down. He needed to be more in an athletic position and get to the ball quicker to help with his backhand. Working with the player. This is the goal setting. We are going to work on Dan's forehand when he receives the shorter ball. We're going to help improve his footwork. And then we're also going to get him to finish the racket high, and then obviously focus more on the point. Performance B, we're going to look on that defensive backhand when he receives that deep ball. Trying to keep his legs stronger, getting his body weight coming forward, and then obviously decision making for him to kind of read that ball to get in the right position on court. Observation. Feed, shot, play. I asked Dan to play a forehand into space. Demo. Right, Dan. So, after observing you playing with Tom, we noticed we had a lot of short balls come in. And what do you think we can do with that short ball to take advantage?
Well, I want to try and put it away, but I feel like I rush from the back of the court to get there.
Yeah.
And then I either get tucked up,
Yeah.
or I end up doing something silly. I get there and I'm like either tight or I push it long.
Brilliant. Okay.
Silly, really.
So basically, it's all about using your footwork. Sometimes you have to create space. So look, when we look to attack the ball, you want to try and get to the ball early, so you're nice and balanced, and then we're taking the ball early as well. So that's all about footwork. So we're coming onto the ball, contact early, and just look to follow the ball. You don't have to swing hard. You can just swing nice and gently through it, looking to attack down the line. Okay, just do a little demo. There you go, and following the ball. So when we make contact with the ball, it's out in front of us, and then we're following through and finishing high. So there's the footwork. Get down. Right down, just enough little demo. Put it in, contact early, bend your knees, and attack. Okay. One other question I'd like to know is, on the ball, where do you think you're taking contact with the strings? What kind of angle?
Hopefully, when I'm hitting the ball, I'm in front of me and I'm there, I'm brushing up the bag a bit.
Yeah.
But obviously, not always the case. I end up sometimes hitting it a bit flat and not going up. I tend to find myself going like that instead of going up and through. And I definitely don't follow round as much as I did.
Well,
I'll probably stop and go like that.
Yeah, I think in your case, just kind of brush the ball, contact it, come up, and drive on through it, and then following the ball. So we're going to do a couple of drills on that. I'll feed you a couple of balls in, and we'll see how we get on. My first improvement was a hand-fed drill, feeding the ball in to his forehand to create confidence and trying to make a non-errorless drill. Yes, great stuff. Come forward, here we go. Perfect, Dan. Lovely shot. Keep driving through those legs. Contact early. Yes, perfect. Get back. Ready position. Here we go. Drive through those legs. Perfect. Here we go. Ready position. Ready. We'll get through it. Yes, come on. Great shot. Brilliant. Ready position. Here we go. Drive through it. Come on. Just through it. Contact early. Good. Come by that foot. Here we go. Ready? Come on. Finish on a good one. Yes. Well done. Perfect. Improvement 2. We're both back. I've set a marker for Dan to start in, and I'm feeding a short ball with the target grey area at the back of the court.
Watch the ball.
Improvement 3. I've progressed Dan onto a cross-court rally, and when he feels the decision making of reading the short ball, he will attack down the line to the markers. Defensive backhand we're working on now. I'm punching the ball at him to kind of create that height for that deep ball coming in. We're looking to transfer the weight forward, and I've set a cone cross court as a marker. Great height, that's what we want to see. Keep going now. Perfect. Yeah. Good. Keep going. Oh, perfect, that's it. Rip through it. Yeah. Here we go. Go. Wow, perfect. Go on. See that weight coming through forward. See that weight coming through. Go on, forward. Yeah, good. No way come forward. Lovely. Here we go. Ready for it? Yes. Push that, go. Perfect, lovely. Wow. Keep going, keep going. Ready position, ready position. Evaluating the player. This is the match chart for the second match, first set. Unfortunately, Dan again pulled away in the second set injured, so we're going to have to work on his fitness. Just a quick roughly on these match charts. I like this kind of graph. You can really see where he's making the mistakes. But forehand F plus means a forehand attack. Obviously, if the chart goes up, it means he won the point. If it goes down, he has lost a point. And then dot is where he's is a rally situation. The minus is a defensive shot. And then I've written the scores of the games below. And you can really kind of follow the set through this match charting, and I find it quite useful. Thank you. This is like a really clean point from Dan here. I love how he attacks the short ball. I know he's not going down the line with it, hitting it cross court, but it gets Tom in a lot of trouble, so he just kind of cuts it back almost flat. And then Dan puts away the volley. Really nice clean point. Really happy with that. This point by Dan, obviously he receives a short ball. He takes it more down the line. Yes, he could be more hitting the ball a bit more with power, but he gets it in the right position, causes Tom trouble, and then he follows it in and places the volley. Very pleased. This point, it's a great point. Also showing Tom how he doesn't really hit any topspin. He just kind of pushes the ball back, almost moonballing. And Dan is obviously hitting two or three backhand defensive cross court with height, what we've been working on. And then he finds the slightly shorter cross court ball, which he just puts down the line. Nice easy backhand. Very pleased to see this in his match. Hello, I'd just like to point out some of Dan's strengths as well as his weaknesses that we want to work on. First of all, I'd just like to say his volley to kill the point off when he hit the shorter ball was excellent, very clean, and his first serve power was excellent, and his back court forehand, keeping an athletic position, keeping the rally going was good. So just some positives before we work on some what we'd like to work on. Definitely would like to work on losing the double fault in his tennis, because he does hit a few double faults, and it seems to be a double fault followed by another double fault, which obviously he's feeling negative. So we would like to work on that, work on his second serve, because he's got to feel that, he's got to get that second serve in, and we can do that by increasing his accuracy. More on that short ball, even though he was hitting it really well and taking the volley, still would like to see the ball kind of hitting a winner. And obviously Dan, his fitness fell in both of the second sets, so he would like to increase his fitness level. Thank you. I think I have a lot of positives in my lessons, and I keep it quite upbeat. I don't like to be negative. I think that definitely would like to give more internal and external comments. I think this is really good in coaching, so trying to use that in my coaching. I think that's going to come with experience, and obviously asking more questions. I feel like positive that Dan won his second match against Tom, so I feel like I've increased his confidence. And he feels really up for it now in his singles. Thank you.